everyone. Welcome to our new episode of Data Analytics Podcast, where we dive into the latest trend and technology in data analytics and management. And today we are joined by a very special guest, Ashish Singh, a session expert in data management with keen insight into automation and augmentation of these processes. Hello, Ashish. Welcome to the show.
Hey, thank you, Prerna, having me on the show. I was waiting for this podcast, and I have seen your earlier podcast also. I will must refer everyone to go and see, and especially the Bill Inman's podcast, which I like too much.
Yeah, great. So to start with, could you explain what automated and augmented data management entails, and what it has, why it has become such a pivotal element in business strategy today?
So let me first introduce myself. So as you have mentioned, my name is Ashish Singh, and I have around 2 decades of experience in managing data and completely from scratch. So started my career with the data and till here, data and analytics. So almost all the phases of data, starting from how in the 2 decades it has evolved. Data processing has evolved, data management, data governance, which is much more pronounced here nowadays. So I'm managing it for last more than 12 years. So with that, I can say current stage of data governance, not the manual management of data quality, data lineages. So earlier tools 10 years ago, how the Collabra or Informatica tools were doing this data governance has completely changed. Even these tools are implementing the large language models and AI models to do the automation. And that's why automated, augmented data management, the topic is. So I can say augmented data management refers to the application of AI and ML to enhance the automated various data management tasks. So I can say this include automating routing processes such as data cleansing, validation, metadata management, which traditionally required a lot of manual effort and multiple you can say data stewards were required. With the help of AI and ML, those things can be automated and much more advanced level. So it is going on. So it can automatically sense what is the data format is, machine learning algorithms which are customized. For example, let's say you are dealing with KYC and someone given your Aadhaar card details. You don't want to expose it to everyone. It's a very PIA field and it need to be encrypted. How can the machine itself from the first hand encrypt it? So that algorithms identify from the patterns. Okay, this is the Aadhaar number, this is the PAN card number, encrypt it. And only a handful of people are privileged to decrypt this data and do the analysis. So this is overall discovering data, cataloging, automatically cataloging the data. These are things are automated augmented data management. So I can see there's
that's really fantastic. So now I wanted to know, in your experience, what are the primary technologies driving automate and data management, and how do these integrate with legacy system?
Okay, so let's go first for the primary technologies. So AI, machine learning, these are the primary technologies nowadays for the augmented data management and automated one. And these are enabling automation of data processing tasks as I said, data cleansing, validation, and anomaly detection. Then comes data integration tools and the modern data integration platform that facilitates seamless combination of data from various sources, including legacy systems. These tools often support API and connectors they have that enables organizations to pull data from the traditional databases and integrate it with the newer cloud-based solution, thus provide a unified view of the data across the enterprise. So they have the plug and play API based where you can consume the data. API to API talk happens, complete data migration happen, lot of things happen. And older data, you migrate it to the cloud computing environment. Data fabric architecture nowadays are implemented. Uh, there you have to migrate. For example, take data fabric architecture. This approach provides a cohesive layer that connects disparate data sources. Means multiple type of data. Federated query engines have been developed for this transition to query. There are multiple legacy system plus the new environment data set thoroughly. So even the earlier concept when these traditional data warehouses were there, real time was like way far. Now the data fabric allows for real time data access and management across various environments. Then one more thing I would like to iterate about the hyper automation. It includes, uh, I would say involves the use of advanced automation technologies, including the robotic process automation, that is the RPA, and to streamline data management tasks. And hyper automation can significantly reduce uh, the reliance on the manual process, allowing organizations to achieve greater operational efficiency and accuracy in data handling. APIs are there, and various management tool like Colibra. I said that is more sound after by a lot of organizations, and custom tools also I have, which I will come later on sharing my experience.
That's like very well said. So, let's talk about, as you have mentioned, automation. So, let's talk about automation. So, how does automation enhance the data quality and governance in an organization? Like, what specific problem does it help to solve, and what problems does it introduce the system?
So, so automation plays a crucial role in improving the data quality and governance within the organization. And with the newer technologies of AI and ML, this automated data management solution can streamline various processes. And for example, data quality, automated data cleansing and validation. AI algorithms can analyze data pattern to identify the in fixing the errors, inconsistency in the data. If they find that, also they can, okay, these are the error thing, and that should go to the different bucket of data in the data lake. That they can anomalies detection they can do, and that anomalies they can filter out and leave it to the task of user to decide whether this anomalies should be part of the decision making process or it should be omitted completely. And it ensures data is accurate and complete, which is required. And nowadays you listen, like people are less talking about garbage in garbage out, because these AI and ML models are recovering, you can say, gold from these garbages as well. So automated data profiling, I would say, is another improved data quality part. Then automated data monitoring, how the data quality is going on. You can see the in business intelligence tools, the real time, how the your data quality checks are going on, how many rows are filtered out, what was the reason for that. The user can see, they just click on the pipeline and they can see what is happening. That is there. And then comes the data governance part. Yeah, data governance, I see data quality, cataloging, everything is the same part, entire bigger universe of data governance, but different people say it differently. For example, automated data cataloging and lineage. So AI powered tools can automatically discover, classify, and document these data assets, providing a centralized view of data sources and their, I can say, the how this interrelated. So policy enforcement. Let's say we develop some data compliance policy, how the PI data will be encrypted, how it should be identified. Let's say how data should be retained, data purging policy, and these policies can be embedded inside the AI or ML model or the automated task, and they will implement it. No need to manually do it. Automatically it will be done. Then any data issue is happening, that tracking also should be done. Automated system log can be read, and a BI report can be developed for the end user to see how the data, where the issue arises, what is the pain point, where it started, is that the source or inside the process. These are a lot of automation are happening with the help of AI ML, and which is taking the data governance to the next height.
That's really great. So now, considering the critical importance of data security and privacy, how do automate process affect these areas, and like what are some best practices to ensure data integrity and security?
So I will say there are very positive impact of using automation on data security and privacy. For example, let's say to ensure data is consistency is there, and it can be efficiently used. So automated system can execute security protocols which have been set consistently. There will be no scope for human intervention or human lapse, where a human can miss out some security protocols. That should be omitted, and completely human intervention can be removed. Then rapid threat detection and responses will be there. Automated tools can continuously monitor for threats and respond in the real time. So these implementation can reduce significantly the time it takes to identify and migrate the potential breaches. For example, earlier days, if you remember, any threat happens, lot of time companies used to come to know from the hackers when they are like keeping their data on the ransom. Now with the implementation of these these breaches can be automatically detected and alerted in the real time. When I say real time, as soon as the triggers are achieved, immediately you can get an SMS, you can get an email triggered, even the pager duty can be triggered to your phone, and everyone can hop on and to arrest and minimize the damages which are getting done, and it can implement with the new enhancements. So mainly human error reduction and enhanced threat intelligence that this automation can resolve. So this is my take on the enhanced security for the data governance, data PI data directly encrypting it, so that, for example, in banks, what happened if you fill the KYC forms, that form itself get leaked in the, I will not name the banks, but it get leaked there, and then you will start getting called from loans, credit card taking, so much things are there. If this KYC is done online, imagine the system we are automating it. As soon as it identifies these are the PI field, it encrypts it. No one knows what the user has entered and what the system has. In between, the leakage will stop. So a lot of compliance can be enhanced. There are, for example, one side of the security I said for, let's say we are talking more about implementing zero trust framework. The security models require to continuously verify the users and devices. So, and ensure that only authenticated and authorized entities or the users can have the access on sensitive data. This also can be automated, and as I was giving the example, this approach helped in mitigating the risk associated with the automated systems. So these are the things, and there are a lot of things are there. I think the discussion will keep on going on and on, like monitoring the audit and automated process, and utilizing data governance and masking policies, data cataloging. So there are a huge problem I will say, or the challenge for the bigger industry for managing their dark data. So dark data is we define the data which is not catalog, and which people don't know what data is there. Nobody knows. Something is done, as you given the example of traditional or legacy data. Some operations was done. Now the team has changed. Systems are evolved. Nobody knows what is the use of data. It can be used or not. What data resides there. That automated data cataloging. There are crawlers are there with almost all the data cloud service providers and other providers, which will crawl, and based on the ML model they can identify from the pattern, they can recognize what type of data it is, whether it's a name or it's an Aadhaar number, it's a date of birth, or it's an address. Everything can identify to a more of greater success rate, I can say. That is a very good achievement. Progress is happening on the data governance side.
Well explained, Ashish. Now, looking into the future, like what emerging trend should the professionals in the data management space be aware of, and like how should they prepare for these trends?
So, the emerging trend in data management, as we look ahead to the coming years in the future, several key trends are emerging in the data management space. Mainly, as I said, the AI and the automation part. So, let me rephrase it, and I can say artificial intelligence and machine learning are a next big emerging trend in the data management process. Uh, AI powered data quality monitoring, I said. Then I can see, let's talk about more future thing. These are currently happening, AI and ML implementation. So shift toward decentralized data architecture. I will try to mention that. That is the new thing which is coming, and I can see future will be on decentralized data architecture. So concept like data democratization, data mesh architecture, data fabric are gaining more traction. Moving away from centralized data management tools and data management models, I would rather say, not the tools. These approaches empowers the domain specific teams to own and manage their data while maintaining a well overall enterprise level governance. These centralized or this centralization process requires tools and skills such as metadata management and self-service data access. Then growing importance of data observability and reliability, that is also growing. As data environment becoming more and more complex, the data observability is emerging as a critical discipline. By monitoring data pipelines, lineages, I hope your viewers have the idea of data lineages, like you can track from source to end how the transformation of each fields and the data is happening, how it's going, how it's branching out, or how other data are enriching itself the same data, and how so one can see the whole lineage of the process, and they can click on the process and identify what transformation is going on. So these kind of data observability ensure that data remains reliable and trustworthy. And as you know, the all decision making of most of the industries, almost all of the industries are becoming data driven decision making industries. They are implementing AI ML. If the data trust is not there, whatever decision you will take, there will be lot of reputation damage apart from the revenue losses. So AI ML can enable it for data observability, providing real-time insight into data health currently what it is, and enabling proactive issue. So these are my take. And then cloud adoption is like almost everyone is talking about cloud. Even the big banks who were very much like staying away from the cloud. They are also adopting cloud. They are moving on the cloud, maybe fully on the public cloud like AWS, Azure, Google Cloud, or Oracle, or they are moving to the private cloud as well, or in the, you can say, hybrid model. So that is the future. And data accountability, responsibility, and governance. Now, the decentralized model, what it does, each team will be responsible for their data, and they can uh, allow the access with the RBAC process, like that is the request based access control. How and who can access what part of the data, each cellular level, not just row and column level, each cellular level they can control it. So that is the emerging technology is there. So I will say to your viewers, they should upskill in AI ML, embrace the cloud, and the new containerization methods are coming like Kubernetes, Docker, so they should use it. Data mesh technology they should have in their mind when they are implementing this data governance. So prioritize on traceability of data, observability of data. That's all I can say for the future thing I can envision how it's going on.
That's really valuable insights, Ashish. So it's been a pleasure discussing this insightful topic with you, and your expertise in automated and augmented data management is truly enlightening. Thank you for sharing your knowledge with us, Ashish. And to our listeners, thank you for tuning in. Until next time, keep innovating and stay curious. Thank you once
Thank
again,
you,
Ashish.
Prerna, and it was pleasure talking with you and sharing my experience with your viewers. Like I can say, like if anyone want to explore more on this subject, they can connect me on the LinkedIn. I will be very open to help them in technical implementation. Not as a professional, I'm projecting as a like networking help on discussing on the technology side. I love it.
That's really
Thank you
great.
so much.
Thank you, Ashish.